Good afternoon. My name is Tess Dusenberry, and I'm a tax examiner specialist with the Ohio Department of Taxation in the Ohio Employer Withholding School District Withholding Tax Division. Today, we're going to do a webinar about the Ohio W-2 and 1099 electronic filing requirements. A quick disclaimer, the information in this presentation is accurate as of the date of this presentation. Any legislative or legal changes that take place after the date of this presentation may change the accuracy of this content. Additionally, changes to facts and circumstances may impact any answers provided herein. Please contact the department directly with any questions. Okay, a quick overview of the topics we will be discussing today. New for 2022, the W-2 filing requirement changes, accepted forms and file types for the W-2 1099 upload, the new simplified W-2 upload format, EFW2 specifications, 1099R specifications, the W-2 1099 upload feature, the W-2 1099 information page, and then our Employer Withholding Division contact information. First, we're going to start with what is new in 2022, updates to the W-2 filing requirements. Ohio law requires all employers and retirement system payers to electronically file returns and submit income statements, the W-2s and 1099Rs, to the department per the Ohio Revised and Administrative Codes. And we are thankful for the more than 99.5% of employer withholding taxpayers who currently do file electronically. Therefore, the threshold has been lowered, and now all employers and retirement system payers who issue 10 or more W-2s and/or 1099Rs are required to upload their W-2 1099R information electronically via the Ohio Business Gateway. Those employers who issue less than 10 W-2s and/or 1099Rs who choose not to file their W-2 information electronically via the gateway, although they are encouraged to do so, will be required to file a paper version of the IT-3 and attach a copy of the W-2s that were issued to their employees. And as always, all payroll providers and professional employer organizations, or PEOs, who issue W-2s and 1099Rs for their clients must submit their W-2 and 1099R information to the department, regardless of the number of W-2s and/or 1099Rs that they submit. This requirement of the lowering of the threshold is effective for the 2021 W-2 1099R forms that will be submitted in 2022. In order to accommodate all these taxpayers that this affects, the department has granted a filing extension from the January 31st, 2022 due date to March 2nd, 2022 for the W-2s, 1099Rs, employer withholding reconciliation returns, so the IT-941 and the IT-942 fourth quarter annual returns, and the school district withholding reconciliation return, the SD-141. This filing extension is automatic, and you do not need to file a separate request to get that extension. However, this extension is limited to the filing of returns only. Any tax due on the IT-941, IT-942 fourth quarter annual, or the SD-141 must be paid to the department by January 31st, 2022, or the amounts could be subject to interest. Next, we will discuss the accepted forms and file types for the W-2 1099 upload. The Department of Taxation will accept the following file types: W-2 text files, the new W-2 CSV files that I will discuss later, and 1099 text files that include 1099Rs only. The department does not accept files created on the IRS or Social Security Administration website, CD-ROMs, cartridges, flash drives, floppy disks, magnetic media, or other types of files such as PDFs or XLS. Now I will show you some information regarding our simplified W-2 upload format. This is a new format for submitting W-2s through the W-2 1099 upload feature on the Ohio Business Gateway. Using this feature, employers can input W-2 information of up to 500 employees into a spreadsheet created by the department, and that will create the file format needed to upload through the W-2 1099 upload feature on the Gateway. This is a picture of the spreadsheet. It's what it will look like. There are options to manually enter the information directly on the spreadsheet or click the Easy Entry button right here to open a box to enter the information. Once all the W-2 information has been entered, you will click the Save as CSV File button in order to create the file used to upload using the upload feature and the Gateway. If you have more than one client or employer in which you are submitting W-2 information, once you have clicked the Save as CSV File, you can click this Clear Form button to clear the form and enter the W-2 information for the separate employer. There's also fields to enter Ohio wages and withholding information and Ohio school district wages and withholding information for up to 3 school districts per employee record, if applicable. If the employee does not have school district information, you will leave this area blank. Errors on the spreadsheet will be highlighted in yellow and red so that you can correct them before uploading the spreadsheet. And it will only notice errors that would cause the file to reject. And failure to correct these errors before creating the file may cause the file to reject and delay the submission process. So you do want to get these errors fixed before you create that file. As I previously mentioned, we have an easy entry button on that spreadsheet. Once you click that button, this box will pop up to quickly and easily enter the W-2 information. After you have entered the submitter record and the employer record, select Verify Data to check for any errors. Once the errors have been corrected or none were identified, you can click either Employee Record or Next to enter the next employee's W-2 information. Once you have entered the employee's W-2 information, select the Verify Data button to recognize any errors. Once the errors have been corrected or none were found, click the Save and Next button to add that entry to the spreadsheet. Once all the employee's W-2 information has been entered, select Exit Form to return to the spreadsheet. Once you have returned to the spreadsheet, click that Save as CSV file to create the file for upload. Selecting that verified data, as previously mentioned, will identify any errors that would cause the file to reject. You will be notified via a pop-up box of any errors. You must correct the errors before moving on to the next entry. Failure to do so may result in the file being rejected. If you do not fix that pop-up box and you return to the spreadsheet, those cells will be highlighted in yellow and red for you to correct before you create the file. Some things to keep in mind for the specifications for the simplified W-2 upload format. The file must be saved as a CSV file. If the file is 5 megabytes or larger, please zip, but do not password protect or include multiple files in the zip. The file size limit is 50 megabytes. Ohio does not accept files in a PDF format or files that were converted to CSV from a PDF format. Each file must be complete RA through RWRS records, meaning that there must be a submitter, employer, and employee information onto the spreadsheet in order for it to process successfully. Please do not use FANs or federal employer identification numbers when naming the file. Ohio state code is 39. Codes from other states will cause an error when uploading the file. Currently, only 2021 tax year W-2s can be submitted in the simplified W-2 upload format. Prior years cannot use the spreadsheet in order to submit W-2s. And where can you find this spreadsheet? It is available on our website on the W-2 1099 information page. This page will also contain tutorials, instructions, and frequently asked questions for the simplified W-2 upload format. The web address for the W-2 1099 information page is tax.ohio.gov/W2 upload. You can see on the screen that it's the instructions and tutorials and then the simplified W-2 spreadsheet. So it is on there. It's just a little further down. Next, I'm going to go over some reminders for the traditional EFW2 specifications. And this format, EFW2, is the electronic standard for the Social Security Administration, and it's the only other file format accepted by the department besides that CSV format. This text file is also going to be uploaded through the W-2 1099 upload feature on the gateway. Please remember in the file name that the .txt extension must be lowercase. And again, if the file is 5 megabytes or larger, please zip it, but do not password protect or include multiple files in the zip. The file size limit is 50 megabytes, and do not use FAN's federal employer identification numbers when naming the file. For the EFW2 specifications, all records must have an end of field distinction, which means you must insert a hard or carriage return at the end of each record. All records must have a fixed length of 512 positions, and they must be complete RA through RF records. And a reminder for the state employer account number, it is in positions 248 to 267. And the account number will begin 51, 52, 53, or 54, and is 8 digits in length. Please do not include hyphens, only include the numeric characters. Positions 308 to 337 are required if the employee resides in a taxing school district. If there is no school district to report, fill position 308 with a blank space and positions 309 to 330 with zeros. A final reminder, Ohio State Code is 39. Codes from other states will cause an error when uploading the file. Next, I'm going to review some updates to the 1099-R specifications. Some of the updates include the Issuer A record. There was a name change from Payer A record to Issuer A record, and the field position increased from 28 to 45, which is a length of 18. Payer B record, the general information record, was updated to field positions from 16 to 18. Field title payment H, they updated the field position from 247 to 258, and the field title, length, and general field descriptions have been updated. For field title payment J, the updated field positions are now 259 to 270. The field title, length, and general field descriptions have been updated. The blank field position is now 271 to 286, and the length is 18. The foreign country indicator is now in field position 287. First payee name, the line field position is now 288 to 327. And second payee name, line field position is now 328 to 367. For the end of issuer C record and the state total K record, the field title payment H, the field position is now 304 to 321, and the field title, length, and general field descriptions have been updated. For field title payment J, the field positions are now 322 to 329, and the field title, length, and general field descriptions have been updated. For field title 340 to 499, the updated length is now 160. Some reminders for the 1099-Rs. The file must only include 1099-Rs. You cannot include 1099 miscellaneous or 1099 NEC in these files. The TXT extension must also be lowercase. And as a final reminder, if the file is 5 megabytes or larger, Please zip it. Do not password protect or include multiple files in the zip. The file size limit is 50 megabytes. Do not use feigns when naming the file. All records must have an end of field distinction, so you must insert a hard or carriage return at the end. For 1099Rs, the fixed length is 750 positions, and each record must include a T, an A, a B, 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 C, K, and F records. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the W-2 1099 upload feature in the Ohio Business Gateway. And this is the only portal to electronically submit W-2 and 1099-R forms to the Ohio Department of Taxation. However, submitting these W-2 and 1099-R forms electronically through the gateway means that no separate IT3 is required to be filed. And the process is the same whether you're uploading a text file or a CSV file. So the first thing you want to do is log into the gateway using your OHID. If that OHID is linked to any active employer withholding account, whether it be your company's or a client's company's, the transaction should be preloaded on your dashboard. If the transaction is not preloaded, please navigate to the account management section of the featured content titled Getting Started for instructions on adding transactions to your OHID. So once you have clicked the W-2 upload, the screen will look like this. Users must first select the type of income statement to be loaded, either W-2 or 1099-R. The email address associated with that OHID will automatically populate. You do have the option to change this email address. The email address will be used to send status updates whether the file was uploaded successfully or whether it was rejected. Once you have determined those two, the type of income statement and the email address, you will select the Browse button to choose the file to upload from its saved place on your computer. Once the file has been uploaded, you must select the Submit button to complete the filing process. The auto-populated email address will receive notifications within 24 hours pertaining to the W-2 or 1099 file status. Usually it is within a couple minutes. However, due to the high volume of submissions whenever you're submitting, it may take a few hours. We ask that you wait 24 hours before getting worried if you haven't received the email. And uploads specific to that OHID used to submit the file can be viewed in the history of the W-2 1099 upload feature. So it is tied to that OHID, and your clients would not be able to go in to their OHID and view any W-2 or 1099 files that you have submitted. If you do happen to receive an email that the file was rejected, you will need to log into that gateway using the same OHID used to submit the file. And you can view the history, and it will tell you the rejection code reason and the line item and the number of occurrences. You can view, to fix the error, you can look at the rejection codes and possible solutions on the W-2 1099 information page and use that information in order to fix the file. Once you have fixed that file, you will upload it using that same process that you used to submit it the first time. If you cannot figure out how to fix the file, please email us at incomestatement@tax.state.oh.us, and we will assist you in figuring out what was wrong. Please, we are happy to help in any way that we can. Finally, I'm going to go over that W-2 1099 information page I've been talking about. It can be found as part of the employer withholding page at tax.ohio.gov, and you can navigate that by going to tax.ohio.gov. If you scroll to the bottom in the footer, there's a Ohio taxes icon. You can select that and then click on the link to employer withholding, And then the W-2 1099 information page is linked at the very top under key resources. It's the first link. Or you can just type the web address that will take you directly to the W-2 1099 information page, and that is tax.ohio.gov/W2 upload. And on this page, it has current year W-2 and 1099 upload specifications, upload tutorials, W-2 and 1099 submission errors and descriptions, frequently asked questions, the simplified W-2 upload format information, including that spreadsheet that you need to create the file, and then our contact information. Again, there's that email address. And I will give you all of our contact information. Our phone number is 888-405-4039, or you can email us with W-2 1099 questions at income statements, EWT, at tax.state.oh.us. Or again, that W-2 1099 information page at tax.ohio.gov/W2 upload. And now we're going to watch a tutorial about the W-2 the W-2 simplified format, and I will be back to answer some frequently asked questions that we get. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for choosing to use the Ohio Business Gateway. This video tutorial is meant to assist you with the process of uploading W-2 files using the new simplified W-2 upload format. The W-2 1099 upload feature allows payroll providers and employers to submit W-2s to the Ohio Department of Taxation with increased security over previous methods. The new simplified W-2 format is intended to accommodate those employers who were not previously subject to electronic submissions for income statements. To use the new simplified W-2 format, users must first navigate to the Ohio Department of Taxation's website at tax.ohio.gov. The simplified W-2 upload spreadsheet is located on the W-2 1099 information page. Users have the option of either entering the data directly into the spreadsheet or using the Easy Entry feature for a guided experience. This tutorial will illustrate the Easy Entry option for your convenience. To begin, select the Easy Entry button. The RA submitter record should be completed with the information for the entity that is submitting the income statement. The RE employer record should be completed with the information for the employer that issued the W-2s. The Verify Data button should be selected to determine if any errors were made. The Easy Entry option will either prompt users to correct any errors discovered or confirm the data was validated successfully. Select the Next button to proceed to the RW employee record information. The information for any employees that Ohio withholding was collected for tax year 2021 should be entered on this screen. The Ohio code must be 39. For those employees who reside in a taxing school district, users should select the Yes box to enter the number of school districts applicable. Please indicate how many taxing school districts. The Easy Entry option allows up to 3 school districts per employee. Enter the appropriate school district code, wages, and withholding before selecting Verify Data. Once the data has been verified successfully, select Save and Next. Users can either enter the RW employee record information for the next employee or select Exit Form if there are no additional employees to enter. The information entered is now populated on the spreadsheet. To save the file to the computer being used, select the Save as CSV File button. Enter a file name. Do not include the federal employer identification number in the name. Once the file has been saved, users must log into the Ohio Business Gateway with a valid OHID. Users who have previously filed employer withholding transactions on the gateway will have the W-2 upload feature as a transaction already available for use on the dashboard. Users who have never filed employer withholding transactions on the gateway will need to have filing administrator access to enable the employer withholding service area and access the transaction. For more instructions on how to navigate through the permissions process, please review the tutorial available on the Ohio Business Gateway titled Service Area Permissions. Select the arrow on the right side of the page to begin. On this page, select the Upload a New File button on the left-hand side of the page. Please select the option to upload a W-2 file from the pick list. The email address associated with the OHID used to log into the site automatically populates on this page. Because this email address will receive notifications on the status of the file upload, users can opt to use this field to change the email address to a more appropriate email if necessary. Select the Browse button to locate the CSV file previously saved. Double-click on the file name to upload. Select Submit. Additional files can be uploaded by selecting the Browse button again. Select the Back button to view the pending uploads. One of two emails should be received at the email address provided no later than 24 hours from the time the file was uploaded. To view the history of previously uploaded files, please navigate to the W-2 1099 upload history. This history is housed in a different location than the history of traditionally filed employer and school district withholding forms. Congratulations! You have now successfully electronically submitted a CSV file to the Ohio Department of Taxation using the new Simplified W-2 format. Please navigate to the Ohio Department of Taxation's W-2 1099 information page available at the link below for additional information on wage statements. The W-2 1099 information page provides users with frequently asked questions, guidance on resolving errors, and other helpful content for your convenience.
Hi, I'm back. This is Tess again. I wanted to answer some questions that we've been receiving that hopefully you also have questions on and we can answer them. The first is, I participate in the combined federal and state filing. Am I still required to upload a file directly to Ohio? Yes. Publications 1220 specifications for electronic filings of forms 1097, 1098, 1099, 3921, 3922, 5498, 8935, and W-2Gs is written for the payers and transmitters submitting the electronic information returns to the IRS, not for the states picking up the information. Ohio has certain modifications specific to state requirements. Participating in the CF/SF does not satisfy Ohio's filing requirements. Who is required to file? All those who issue 1099 or W-2 forms containing Ohio withholding are required to file. Those who issue 10 or more must remit the information electronically on the Ohio Business Gateway. Those who issue 10 or less must send in a paper IT3 and paper W-2 copies to the Department of Taxation. Can I use the new simplified method to submit W-2s for previous tax years? No. The simplified W-2 method only allows submissions for tax year 2021 at this time. Can I use the new simplified method to submit my 2021 1099-Rs? No. The simplified W-2 method only allows submissions for W-2 CSV files for tax year 2021. We are a payroll service provider with numerous clients in Ohio. Are the W-2s required to be filed separately for each client, or is there a bulk upload option? There is no need to produce individual files for your clients. The W-2 1099 upload feature will accept files containing multiple companies in the file, as long as the file does not exceed 50 megabytes. As a payroll provider, I selected the wrong client or employer's name on the dashboard when uploading the W-2 file for another client. What should I do to correct this error? Luckily, there was no error. W-2 files are processed based on the account data of the client employers contained within the file. So having the quote-unquote wrong client employer's name on the dashboard will not cause processing issues. No correction is needed as long as the email confirmation that you received said that your data was successfully uploaded. What web browser should I use to access the W-2 1099 upload feature? And at this point, we want to say Google Chrome is the recommended web browser. Firefox is not supported web browser for the W-2 1099 upload feature, and it will cause issues if you use Firefox. We recommend Google Chrome. I am attempting to upload a plain text W-2 file using the W-2 1099 upload feature. Why am I being told that it is an invalid file type? Text data files that adhere to the EFW2 specifications must have a lowercase extension in order to be successfully uploaded to the Ohio Business Gateway. And it's something we want to note that your payroll software may have the capabilities to create that file in the format necessary. So if you use a payroll software to create your W-2s, they may be able to have that in the EFW2 format that we need, and you will need to contact your software provider for more information on how to get that file that you need. Also, I want to note, as we're wrapping things up, that the slides and a recording of this presentation will be available on our website after this webinar. We're going to leave the questions open for 10 minutes to answer any questions that were still coming in, and we will follow up with those questions. And we'd like to thank you for attending the 2021 Ohio Department of Taxation webinar regarding the W-2 and 1099 electronic filing requirements. Thank you. Have a good day.